Homeschool's terrible. All right, now that we've got your attention, let's debunk some of the myths about homeschool. So the number one thing we get told to us about why, about homeschooling Clancy is that it's not a real curriculum. He's not learning real stuff. It's just
that he still needs to learn, algebra and science and all that stuff.
He does all that, guys. Yes, we chose to go to an accredited private Christian academy. So he's a virtual student of a real school. If you want to go to that school, you can go and have your classes, but we do it virtually. So it is still a real education. You just don't have all the extra electives and time fillers that public school kids have.
And the way he does it, he gets to do his schoolwork whatever days he wants to do it, as long as he's doing it by the due date. He doesn't have to log on at a certain time or anything like that, just as long as he gets it done by the due date. And everything he does is online. And then we have friends that are doing, like K-12, where they log on at a certain time and see a teacher in real life, or we have friends that do just the old book and paper stuff. So whatever works for your family.
The next thing we get is about, they're going to miss out on the socialization of other kids and people of their own age and stuff like that. That is a huge myth, guys. There's still
4-H.
He goes and plays basketball on Sunday nights with kids from his school. If your kid is not socializing with other people, it's because you're not taking the opportunity to take them out and let them meet other people.
You can still put them in city league sports or travel sports if you want to.
Travel teams.
Go to co-ops.
So there's all kinds of socialization opportunities. The next thing that we get talked about, you're only homeschooling him because he's free labor for you.
He chose this.
He wanted to be a homeschooler.
He begged for 6 months before we finally said, let's really talk about this.
And he would be doing all that anyways. He would just be doing it when he got home from school instead of when he gets done with his schoolwork at 11 o'clock every day.
Yeah, so he chose this so he could work in his knife shop more, and he didn't care about sports anymore. So,
and granted, he didn't have a knife shop then, but it was something we were building in our regular shop. So that was part of it. And then kind of the last thing is you just got to choose what works best for your family. Is a private Christian school, does it cost something? Yes. We're in the position in our lives that we can afford that, but not everybody can. But that doesn't mean there aren't options for you. There are obviously less expensive options. And you can't use homeschool as a way to neglect your child, even like if they're in public school. You still have to make sure they're getting their work done, help them with their homework if they have homework. Just be a parent, basically. So, and people say, well, it's going to limit him. He's not going to be able to have a real job. Erica's cousin is a pharmacist.
Her whole life, and she's a pharmacist now. You can do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to have a diploma.
They're not going to be behind mentally, educationally, or socially than kids in public school.
But you got to do what's best for your family. If it's public school, so be it. If it's private, whatever, homeschool, whatever.
That's right. Y'all keep learning and keep ranching.
And how's he going to pay rent if he's not working?
If he hadn't already learned how to do a trade by the time he's 16, how's he going to pay rent later?
Y'all keep ranching.